Okay, we're live. Awesome. Welcome everybody to Immortal Type. If you happen to hear kids running around making noise, it's because I live in a house where my best friend has 3 children and they are constantly going around and we're having a good time. Speaking of a good time, I wanted one of these last night badly. And my best friend Tony hooked me up with some haze and Julius. No joke. So we're going to have a different show tonight, folks. I'm going to have a beer, and I'm very excited about this. Look at that. This is the best beer in the world right here. Julius, I would argue, is the best. But as far as IPAs, this as a double IPA is the best. Wasn't the best pour, so don't judge me on it. I'm doing it live and without warning. Oh, it smells so good. We got something in store for you tonight. So long as it's not, I'm getting like 7% dropped frames. I know how to fix the drop frames issue. Okay, we should be fine now without any more dropped frames. And I have a special offering for you tonight. Let's take a look here. I'm going to do the NERIS Type Explorer free personality test. I've never done this before, though I hear it's all the rave. Turn down the microphone because it's pretty hot. Try to reduce the heat. But we're going to do this tonight. I'm going to try it out. I've never done it. I'm still getting feedback here. I just can't hear myself very well, so try to fix that. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to make this perfect for everyone so we have the best experience we can. And once we get rolling with everything dialed in, it should be a lot more streamlined and fun. So just hang in there. And if you're just joining, welcome. I'm going to put on the chat here. So if you're signing in and looking at the live broadcast, you should be able to chime in and speak with me. There we go. So just bear with me. It's a wild night today. We got kids running around in the house. This is my best friend's house. I've lived here before. And it was about 2.5 years ago. This was around the time that I was about to return back to Mexico. I had gotten constructively discharged from my previous employer. I'll write all about it in due time. I've started. You'll get all the story in time. Okay, let's see if I can get the chat here. Hopefully. And it shows us as live. You're going to hear me for a second, most likely. About 2. There we go. Okay, we're in business. So if you happen to be viewing live and you want to type something in chat, I got the chat up. And we're going to do this personality test. I have no idea what to expect. All I know is that the dating scene seems to be totally focused on the NERIS personality test. That's why I'm having my little courage juice this evening. I have no idea what to expect. I'm probably going to say a lot of personal things. I'm hoping that we don't have any more drop frames. They are dropping in percentage, which is a great sign that we have a good connection. All good things. It could be that my best friend's children are watching a movie in the other room. My best friend's on a phone call, and I'm streaming. But we're going to do our best to make it happen, right? And enjoy ourselves as much as we can, not worrying about drop frames so much, right? Who cares about drop frames? Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay. The courage juice is coming in now, so we're gonna start. We're just gonna dive in, folks. So if you've never done this before, congratulations. Neither have I. Here we go. Free personality test, NERIS Type Explorer. Complete the test, be yourself, and answer honestly to find out your personality type. View detailed results, learn how your personality type influences many areas of your life. Unlock your potential. Grow into the person you want to be with your optional premium profile. No. Okay. You regularly make new friends. Okay, what does this neutral mean? I guess it's strongly not applicable. Strongly agree. Let me see. All right. Not applicable, I'm imagining. Agree fully. Disagree fully. I'm going to assume that's what this means. I haven't been making new friends lately. Well, actually, that's not true. Can we say that I'm making friends online? Can that apply? If that applies, then I'm making a lot of friends. So here's what I'm going to say. I regularly make new friends. Somewhat agree. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Absolutely. All right. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. It used to be the case where I had no control over it. If it's happiness, yes, I'm going to say somewhat agree. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. I disagree. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure, yes. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. I disagree. Next. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. When it comes to books, absolutely. There's only one book I haven't finished yet this year, which is the Tarot book, which is a huge undertaking. For Pixie Smith, she did it under 6 months, which was unheard of. And I've almost wrapped 3/4 of this tarot book with the illustrations, having never been an illustrator before, in under 3 months. So I like to finish projects now. I'm going to say fully agree now. You're very sentimental. Absolutely. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. In case you see me hesitating, it's because I'm looking at the OBS broadcaster to make sure that the cursor is visible. So I'm playing with the cursor in the OBS broadcaster so you can see these indicators happening. That's what you're seeing with hesitation. So let's get back to this. It looks like everything's aligned. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I don't actually. I don't like to. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Absolutely not. Disagree. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. It's happened to me if I'm completely blown away by the person. Yes. But if it's just the average person, I don't like to do that. So it's hard to say. I'm going to be neutral. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. Disagree fully. Okay, next. Okay. Like I said, you're going to hear the kiddos yelling. They like to just be children, you know? Like go around and have a good time and just be nuts. That's okay. That's what children should normally do. So if parents find themselves getting worked up by that, man, you got to just understand that children haven't had a chance to be children. You know, most of this stuff, here, go back to this so you can see me. Most of that stuff used to be let out when we were home from school or in school in recess. Most children now are homeschooled and they don't have the outlet. So it's like they got to get the stuff out. They got to get their energy out. So I don't mind. It brings vibrance to the house. It brings life to the house. My best friend and I know this. We're okay with that. And so his children are joyful, as are mine. When I was with my children frequently, when I was in Mexico, I say frequently because I saw them 5 times in 3 years, and then I saw them every weekend for 1 day a week, which to me was like all the time in the world. Technically, I've never had a single hour alone with my son. My son's the youngest. I tried to fly kites with him one time in Connecticut when they were on vacation. This was 5 years ago. And my ex-wife, or my wife at the time, literally walked to the beach to interfere with the situation. So as far as it goes with having time with my children, it's like when I have it, I feel like it's all the time in the world. Just like so joyful. They gotta enjoy themselves. They have to feel free. They have to feel like they can explore life. So let your children play. Please don't get on them if they are making noise, if they're screaming and getting all crazy. They're just being children. And you can encourage them to Speak softly when you're in front of them, when you're with them, by just lowering your voice. And if they're screaming in front of you, you just walk away. You indicate to everyone in your life how you wish to be treated by the way that you behave, right? So, someone's screaming in your face, you don't like it, you tell yourself, that's illusion, I refuse to accept it, I'm walking away until the behavior changes, you know? And you reinforce those who are doing that which you want. So you go to the people who are playing calmly, if that's what you want to reinforce in your home, you reinforce that behavior instead of reacting. Because if you react to that negative behavior, if you think it's negative, you react to it, then you're reinforcing it. That's behavior 101. Anything you react to, you're reinforcing to continue to happen. So it's a good lesson to remember. Cheers to all of you. Look at the color on this beer. It is, the glass isn't perfectly clean because I've actually already had a Julius, I'm going to admit. My best friend went to go see a concert last night at Treehouse, brought home these beers, surprised me this morning. So I had a Julius, and now I'm having a Haze, which is amazing.
So in case I start slurring my words like this, you know why?
It's like, I might get a little sloshed. This is 8.2% alcohol. And that's all right. For 2 years, let's read this. Let's read this because Nate Lanier, the owner of Treehouse, is a scientist. He's a chemist. It is the most beautifully rich, flavorful beer you will ever have in your life. So it says, we're excited that you are holding Treehouse Brewing Company's hop-saturated double IPA Haze. Haze is a soft and dangerously drinkable beer. It's true, it's dangerous. With, listen to this, flavors and aromas of orange, juice, fresh peach, and papaya, offset by a gentle bitterness. It's all true. It's exactly how it's described. It is intensely flavorful, yes, yet well-balanced. Haze is the result of our uncompromised dedication to fresh, progressive, and delightful beer. We hope you enjoy it with laughter. We talked about that last night. With laughter, good cheer, and in the company of those who you love. All of this couldn't be more true right now. I'm in the company of those who I love. I am in a home that is surrounded by love and embedded with love. I'm thinking about being with my children all the time. And I'm enjoying something that I missed for 2 years. In New England, the best beer in the world exists, and it's Treehouse. And so I'm just happy. I have to be grateful for these little beautiful things in life that others take for granted when they have refrigerators filled with these cans and they're trying to figure out how to trade for the most rare beer. It's like, enjoy the little victories of life. Cheers. The nose on this is incredible. It's just incredible. It's pure just juice. It actually has got a little bit of funk. Like, not funk, it's got dankness, like the dank buds that you would get with fresh cannabis buds. It's got some of that in there because hops and cannabis are very close relatives. They're like cousins in botany. So they're very close. And I'm just happy right now. Can you tell? I'm joyful. I hope so. And I'm seeing the drop frames are going back up. So if you see things jumping around, it is what it is. Let's get back into this and answer more questions. I'm about 20% through. Like I said, we're doing this free personality test and jumping back in. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Disagree fully. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like in any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Yes, it's true. I agree. Sorry, I agree. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. That used to be absolutely untrue. Nowadays, I'm more like, I know I'm in the light of love, so I'm going to say I agree. Slightly. You enjoy participating in group activities? Sure. You like books and movies, they make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending? Absolutely. Your happiness comes from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Absolutely. That's probably my most happy thing in life is that. I was thinking about it today. Like I'm thinking about what I would do if I were to have infinite abundance, just complete freedom to do whatever I wanted financially. I would be helping the homeless person on the street as much as I'm helping a close relative with whatever they want, which is anything you want, we make happen immediately. And I'm surprised that billionaires that have more money than they could possibly spend in a day aren't doing that every day. I mean, they're giving away to charities and donations to handle it, but there's so much more joy, I think, in the individual case of just going up to someone and handing them a suitcase with $1 million and saying nothing. Like leaving it on the bench next to them and with a note that says, this is totally for you. It's not an accident. You deserved it. You earned it. And to not feel any attachment to it. Those kinds of things sound wild to people. But for me, that's exactly what I want to do with wealth. And I'm going to do it. I know it's going to happen. And when it does, I'm just going to be changing people's lives in that way. Getting rid of all of their debt, paying off all their mortgages and their leases and all the things that are holding them down, and just encouraging them to have a great time with life. All right. Next. Your happiness, yeah, absolutely. That's where my happiness comes from. Let's go next. You are interested in so many things. Let's get the mic over here. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Absolutely. You're prone to worrying that things will... No, don't worry. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Sure, I do. You're definitely not an artistic... Disagree. Sorry, I should read this out. You're definitely not an artistic type of person. I don't know. What do you think? I should be listening to the audience. So if you find that you disagree with what I'm saying, then perhaps you should tell me otherwise. Please feel free to chime in. There's no issue with that. Sip time. Look at this again. You can live vicariously through me right now. Look at that. Look at the color. This is science. It's so delicate, yet so beautiful. Now I'm getting peach. Lots of peach and apricot. And the dankness of the buds have subsided because this has been inundated with oxygen. So it's degrading right now, and it's getting balanced. It's more sweet. It's like you want a fine wine to breathe. That's the opposite of what you want with a really delicate New England style IPA. You want it to be the freshest, coldest thing you can have and get through it as quickly as you can. Arguably, John Kimmick from Alchemist Brewing Company would say the best way to drink a beer like this is from the can. But look at what you're missing out on. You don't get to see this beauty. Look at how hazy this is. You can't see through this. This is unpasteurized, vegan, beautiful. It's a vegan beer. It's incredible. It's art. It's pure art. So cheers to Nate Lanier and his accomplishments. He started off with a brew magic and in Brimfield, Massachusetts, brewing out of a little tiny barn. And now he's got an empire with 120 BBL tanks going all across in several locations. He's doing cider now in Connecticut. He's got this place in, I believe it's in Deerfield where these cans were gotten, in Charlton, Mass. By the way, Charlton is the same as Carlton, so I like to say, yeah, you know, he chose the town that's the same as my last name. I love beer and I love brewing. I've been brewing since 2006, so almost 15, 16 years I've been home brewing. And so I'm a big fan of alchemy. In any way we can turn something like an original grain into this, you know, using all natural ingredients, all of these fruit flavors, it's not having juice added to it. It's all from the hops, the yeast, and the water profile. That's all it is, to give you all of these different flavors. And so it's complete science. And by the way, the kiddos know that if they yell loud enough, I usually go out and say, hey, what the heck is going on around here? And then we all start playing in roughhousing, you know? So they're going to test my limits and see how much I can take before I get out there and start playing with them. But I want to give you this test. So, you know, this is me as dad, like a dad Normally people don't see the value of dads, but we're easygoing. We teach our children that it's okay to take leaps of faith, that the moment that they fall, even though we're playing around and roughhousing, we turn into a father and we're there for them to scoop them up and say, is everything cool? Are you good? Yeah, I'm totally good. I'm ready to go. My son loved learning that. He cried a few times. And my daughter, actually, Lumi, who's older, she went up to him and said, you're fine, Liam. You're good. Because she learned with me. My daughter and I, we rollerblade, we ice skate, we do like extreme sports stuff. And she also does ballet. She also does theater. We do all these things together. My son learns by example from her and from me. And my daughter plays Nintendo. She's amazing at Super Mario Odyssey. And so they kind of figure out what their own interests are based on being given freedom instead of having things force-fed to them. So that's like some of the benefits of being a father I want to bring forth as we do this today. That you don't have to feel like everything needs to be perfect all the time. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing right now. I'm drinking Treehouse beer. I've got a Carhartt hat on. I'm living with my best friend in a house in New England. I just moved from Mexico. I'm writing all the time. But I'm figuring out where my niche is, and I'm finding a place where I'm more appreciated than not. And I think that's really where I need to be because I got a lot to offer the world. I know that. I'm not just saying that to reinforce myself. I know I do. All right, let's get back to the test. Okay. Next question. Moving the mic over. It says, you think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? Absolutely not. Feelings are everything. You prefer to do chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes, it's true. Yeah, it's called pre-macking. Excuse me, it's called pre-macking. Let's look up that definition. No, we'll look it up later. I know, I want to do the test, but it's called pre-macking. You should look it up if you're a behaviorist. It's to do the undesirable task before the desirable task. Notice how I started having beer tonight? It was like at 6 o'clock after I had done a lot of work. So I like the delayed gratification. You enjoy watching people argue? Never. It makes me feel sick, actually. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Neutral. Depends. Your mood can change very quickly. Absolutely. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Yes, I do actually, and I'm working on it. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yes, I'm big on that. I love that. I like actually having a quick deadline with a timeline, like the clock is ticking and it's the last quarter and there's, it comes down to the last moment. I love that stuff. I actually eat that up because that's when I perform best in most situations. If it's a familiar task, I will perform best in those situations. Sippy time. I'm just going to keep teasing you with this. Teasing you. I'm teasing you. Don't you wish you had this? Every day in Mexico, man, I wanted a New England IPA. Couldn't get one. Wanted it badly. And now I got it. I was talking about it last night. It materialized. That's the Empress. That's the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine says, all you want, all the abundance you want, it's yours. That's why I love the Empress so much. I love the Divine Feminine. I don't really know how to use the Divine Masculine in terms of accessing the Divine Masculine in a way that's acceptable as much as the Divine Feminine. I love the Divine Feminine. So cool. My mom calls me a feminine spirit. If she's watching right now, hey mom, it's a tip in the hat to you. I am a very sensitive soul in that way. Okay. Even though some would say, no, you're a Neanderthal. Okay. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I'm not so much fascinated with it anymore. I know that it's a continuation, that things don't end, because if it ended, it meant that it would mean that things are finite. And things are not finite. Things are infinite. So I haven't always been fascinated. I fully disagree. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Absolutely disagree. I'm fine being on my own. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, I disagree. I like all types of conversations. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I do. I love that. I like different perspective. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. I used to be that way, not anymore. I disagree. Aren't I not making quick decisions? You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Agree. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Nah, it's not. Unless I'm trying to impress someone. That's honest. You enjoy going to art museums. I do. I've always really liked that, actually. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I would say I disagree. We're all a mirror to one another. If I understand my own feelings, then I understand others. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Sometimes I do. Actually, with my meditation, I have a book. Excuse me. That was a hop burp. So for those who are not used to drinking New England IPAs and you want to know what a hop burp is, it's when the carbonation and the hops come forth with the carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide as a result of fermentation comes up through the body and it brings forth all the aromas that are coming from this hop saturated liquid, and it's delicious. So the hop burp is just as good as the flavor itself and the drinking of the beer and the nose. The bitterness is coming through more now. And now it's back to hop dankiness and bitterness. Less sweet. It's less sweet. My palate's getting used to the sweetness. I'm going to take a drink of water. By the way, if you're drinking, not that I encourage anyone to drink. I can give up pretty much anything if that question comes up. I was smoking a pipe for about 3 years. There were times when I said I'm not going to do it. So I just stop. So, I don't like it. I feel a little bit annoyed maybe for a day, but I'm fine. I haven't smoked a pipe in 2 months. I'm not missing it. Sometimes I do. It's like, I love tobacco. I think it's a very sacred plant. I think it opens up and encourages neural pathways to form in a different way because it's an alternative form of consciousness. It's like if you fast, you have spiritual experiences. You're giving up food in order to have spiritual power. I like those experiences. I don't normally get addicted to them. So I think it's just, I know that I can stop. It's kind of cool. You kind of develop the skill. Let's get back into this, all right? It says, you like to have a to-do list. Like I was saying, yes. I have this book where in the morning I open it up. It has a sigil on the outside, and the sigil is of Natika, who has to do with abundance and materialization. So I have a conversation with this entity, Natika. This may sound crazy to people, but it's witchcraft. It's the only remaining witchcraft that I employ is with Natika. And her and I have been around working with each other for about 4 years. So I say her like this entity, we work together. I'm just like, hey, Natika, what's up? And I show her the list of all the achievements that I'm looking to get through. Like the next one is 500 followers on Medium. I've got one with like $100 made on Medium, which I'm just about to cross off. So as you cross them off, it builds momentum to get to higher goals. And so I like that to-do list. I like to look at all the things I want to earn. So I have things going from take my children to Disney World. I had a list on the list to see my children in March. It's not happening. It's okay. I'm hoping to see them in April, but I had some nice breakthroughs with Zoom calls with my children this month, which was awesome, where my daughter was like drawing on the screen. My son and I are playing video games together and we're sharing our screens. We're having a good time, So I look at that as like we're kind of hanging out because this technology didn't exist before. So it's cool to have it. I have a bunch of things. I have like a home for my family. So my parents are with us. I'm taking care of my parents. I'm saying this to you now. It's not a dream. My parents are never going to a nursing home ever. And I would encourage anyone who's considering putting their parents into a nursing home to never do it, because it's just like it's a form of hospice where they're basically going to decline until they die, while having their general freedoms that they're used to having for all their life removed from them. And it's of no fault to the skilled nursing facility. It's just part of the grind because there's just not enough services. If you go to India, you see families who have complete reverence for their family members that are elders. They're fighting over who gets to help them move and be ambulatory. They're fighting over who gets to help serve them. And they're all there listening when they tell stories about the past. It's like you have to take care of your elders. So my parents will never be going to a nursing home. They will always be with me. It doesn't matter where we are. If we have to live in the woods, my dad and I are going to construct something and we're going to be fine. My mom's going to be there. We're going to be together and we're going to be good. Take care of your elders. You know, it's like so important. So I have that in my book, right? I have the house that's perfect for my mom. It's one floor. It's a ranch, so that my mom is ambulatory without any issues. If she has to be in a wheelchair, she'll never have to go up and down stairs. I make sure that the bath is big so that she has access to things, because my mom has some issues with that. My mom's been through everything. She was a social worker, helped a lot of people, worked in skilled nursing, not skilled nursing. She worked in group homes. She worked with individuals with special needs. My dad was a programmer for like 20 years. He's a Unix guru. Really good parents. They're still married. They're still together, and they're totally awesome, and they love one another through thick and thin. I've never once heard them argue. If they've done it, I've not been there. So the demonstration that they gave to my brother and I was like that of monks. I mean, they're amazing. I never had any issues growing up with abuse. I was never hit. I was never sexually abused. None of that stuff. You know, my first issue with sexual abuse happened when I had sex when I was 21. You know, aside from being circumcised, I would say circumcision is a form of sexual abuse that happens by a complete stranger where they cut off a part of your penis. It's genital mutilation by a stranger. And I would say that that definitely is a form of sexual abuse. I say that because when I first started to explore intimacy with women, I think I was maybe 16, 17. I'm a late bloomer. And when that started to happen, anytime a woman touched me below my belt, below my belly button, I would jump. And she's like, "Oh, you're so sensitive," you know? And I didn't know why. It probably had to do with someone cutting off a part of my penis. You know? People don't think about it. They say, "Oh, the child doesn't remember anything. They're just born." It's like the same thing people say about cows. Commercial cows, they literally cut a hole into the cow. It's like, I should show you this. I don't know. I don't want to show you this because I might get in trouble. I don't even want to show it. I don't want to get in trouble. But cows have holes cut into their stomach, plastic bags put in with a bunch of like sterilization, and then they feed directly into the stomach. And the argument is that cows don't feel any of this. Same thing when calves are separated from their mothers at birth so that they can collect the milk and slaughter the calf. If you've ever had veal, those calves are put in isolation in a darkened room so that their muscles atrophy, so that they're more delicious. It's like these types of things we need to be aware of, you know? And cows are sacred in India. It's like India's getting it right, you know? I'm kind of finding myself gravitating towards that way of life. And Satya Sai Baba is my guru. Like, this is my guru. He came to me on November 23rd, 2010, and changed my life forever. I'm going to write about this darshan. It's, I think, amazing. It's probably my best story that I have to tell. I'll write about it, and you'll know exactly what's going on with Sai Baba and I. We are buddies, and we've been friends for a while. Even though he's passed on, he's transitioned. He's visited me many times. I don't know how to explain it to you, other than to show you certain things that will probably convince you that, because it has to do with multiple people that witness the same thing. So once that happens, it's hard to deny that it happened. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, one, respect your elders. Make sure that I don't want skilled nursing facilities to go away. I just want them to be managed differently. I would rather have assisted living be the situation where you have skilled nurses going to those locations to serve people while families are totally involved, you know, taking on this responsibility as an honor, not as a burden, but as an honor to care for your elders, because they have stories that are totally worth listening to and recording. And so care for your elders, you know? And remember, if you give freedom to people, like I was talking about with my son and daughter, if you give them total freedom in selection of what they want to do, then you'll find there's a lot of diversity in their selections. My son doesn't like the rollerblade. My daughter does. He doesn't like the ice skate. My daughter does. He likes to play Nintendo. My daughter will play Nintendo, and she likes certain games that my son doesn't like. My son likes to go and play Assassin's Creed. He likes to jump off a building and assassinate two enemies, two Templars at the same time, and say, look at that, I got him, and loot the bodies and like run while, you know, the entire town is chasing after him. And he gets this adrenaline rush. He loves that. So, okay, that's what my son likes to do. And so my daughter does her thing. My son does his thing. I give them freedom to make the decisions so they develop in their own way. And there's nothing wrong with it. Because at the end of the day, both of them know the truth about our thoughts. I've given them many lessons. When they think about certain things, it becomes real and they see the proof in life. And that is the only skill that they need to learn in order to be totally fine. To understand that if they love people and think about love, most of the time, even if they're frustrated, and it's easy to get frustrated when you're young, then they're totally fine. It's going to save them a lot of heartache moving forward. These are the lessons that I like to instill with my children. And as a behaviorist, until it's physical aggression or someone's placed in imminent danger, then I have to respond. But it's not something I want to do. I never want to be in a reactive situation, ever. Yet I found myself in reactive situations quite a bit. But as a behaviorist, ideally, you never want to be in a reactive situation. Let's get back into this test. As you can see, haze. Of course, you probably know the reason why this can is purple, right? Purple haze. This was brewed in Monson. Really? I didn't know that. Monson was the second location of Treehouse. I'm going to just take from this can here. Get all the residue on the bottom, all the hops. It's going to make me sleep like a baby. Because hops for men help you go to sleep. Hops for women? Aphrodisiac. You give a woman hops, she's going to be horny as fuck. It's no joke. So I love when I see women lined up at Treehouse ready to get their allocation of beers. There's some benefits. There are definitely some drawbacks to being a woman, I'm sure. Oh, Cloudy's here, but there are some benefits when it comes to certain things. Oh, Cloudy wants to come in, so we got to get Cloud here. He's got to get some TLC. So take a look at where we are so far. I'm going to go grab Cloudy, and then we're going to do some TLC with him. He wants attention. Cloudy, I'm coming.
Duty. How's my duty? Yes, duty.
Oh, my little Cloudy poo. My little Cloudy poo. Yes, you stay right there, Duty. Don't you jump. Oh, he jumped down. He jumped down, and now he's probably going to start meowing like a crazy guy. Oh, he's going to start meowing. That's okay. He's going to start meowing. Anyway, just remember that. Hops for a woman is an aphrodisiac. For men, it makes them fall asleep, increases their estrogen levels, gives you moobs. You know, I got a dad bod right now. Kind of working on it. Started taking some pills that help with boosting testosterone. Cloud is in the closet now. He's probably going to start chewing on wires. It's okay. They're not connected to the computer. As long as the wires aren't connected to the computer, I don't mind if he chews them. This is how tolerant I am. You know? Testosterone, that's the other thing. It was available in Mexico over the counter at any pharmacy. You could go and get test. And so I tried testosterone injections for a little bit, and I slept. I got to tell you, with the stories that I'm telling you and I'm writing on Medium, there was, there were so many situations that were hard that basically gave me night terrors. I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I think it has to do partially with my melatonin levels just getting hijacked in the middle of the night, either because of ambient light coming in or just overall trauma. I took testosterone. I gave myself an injection. I slept like a baby, and I felt so good. And it's a mood stabilizer. It increases your bone density. I took a fall down the stairs in this house a few months ago where I should have broken my back. And I did actually fracture part of my elbow where there's like free bone right now, like kind of around, but it's actually forming back. But I tell you, if I hadn't taken testosterone before then, I'm sure I would have fractured and broken my arm, and my back would have been broken. It's like, why would we deny men that because of it's considered a performance enhancing drug, you know? I'm just keeping an eye on Cloud, by the way. I don't want him to get in I have pots. I'm growing a bunch of plants. I don't want him to jump in that stuff. And he'll do this as an attention seeking thing. I said yesterday that he's just a love. He is, but he wants attention. So I'm going to grab him, keep my headphones on so I don't have to put them on, because if I do take them off and I have to put them on, he's going to jump out of my arms. But once I get him in my arms, he'll start purring. So I'm going to do that. It's all about strategy. And it's strategy with you too. I want you to be entertained. I'm going to grab him. Cloudy, where are you? You leaving? You're leaving for real? All right. See ya. Duty, come here. Come here. I'm putting on my headphones now. You're going to stay with me. You're not going anywhere. You hang with me right now, okay? You come and hang with me, man. Come say hello to everybody, Duty. All right, you stay right here, dude. You stay right here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Cloudy. Just such a love. You're such a love. How do you do it, Cloudy? Cloud, how do you do it? Oh. You can't make me love you any more than I already do. Did you know that? You can't make me love you any more than I already do. Say hello, Cloud. Say hello. Thank you. There you go. There you go. You know, it's like, you're just such a love. I'll scratch your head for you. Oh, scratchies. Scratchies. Cloudy, everyone wants to see you. Everyone wants to see you. If I stop petting him, he gets upset. Right, Cloudy? Say hello to everyone. Oh, Doody. Yes, you give me a kissy. You give me a kissy. Oh. Yeah. Okay, see you later. See ya. See you later. But you're so soft. How are you? How's it that you're so soft? Meow. Said, I don't care. I don't care if I'm soft. I'll step on your fucking keyboard, pal. Because I love you so much, I'll step on your fucking keyboard. Stop your broadcast for you. That's right. That's right, Cloudy. You stop that broadcast. You knock that camera over. Tear the house apart. Rip the house to shreds. Spray everywhere. Destroy the house. Destroy the house, Cloudy. Yes, destroy it. Destroy the microphone, Cloudy. Destroy the microphone. Do it. Do it, Cloudy. Destroy the cloud. Destroy the microphone, Cloudy. Oh. Destroy the microphone. Come here, Cloudy. Destroy it. Destroy everything. That's a direct order.
It's a direct order, soldier. Direct order. Get over here, Cloudy.
Oh, Cloudy. Cloudy. Getting pissed off, Cloudy. This is just Cloudy's getting pissed off right now. This is him being pissed. See this? He's going to get in the way. Cloud, I just cleaned that microphone. What's wrong with you? How dare you do this? Oh, this is what, now you're stepping on the keyboard. You're gonna shut this broadcast off. I know you. I know how you work, man. He's out of here. Sticking his butt in my face. Sticking your butt in my face. Okay. All right, this is him right now. I want to show you this. Cat cam. Cloudy. I want you to love me more than you already are. I want more kisses. I want more kisses. Right now. Cloudy, I want more kisses. Yeah. You're not doing enough, Cloud. I want more. There you go. That's good. You licked my arm. That's a first. Actually, Cloudy's given me a kiss on the mouth. He's done it before. He's licked my mouth. Oh, shit. If the broadcast ends for real, it's because he stepped on something. I just got to be honest. But it's totally worth it. Because he's cute. Okay, now it's on my lap. Now you have the whole desk. Cloud, you have the whole desk. It's given to you. Okay? It's all yours.
It's all yours, kiddo.
Yes. Normally cats hate to be pet on their stomach. He loves it. He loves it. He may actually bite. We'll see. Let's see if I can get him to bite. Cloud, I want you to bite me. I give you permission. Bite me. Cloud, you're supposed to bite, not lick. You're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be tough right now. You're supposed to hate this. You're supposed to be naturally going into defensive mode right now. But you're not. You're kneading your paws on me. Cloud. Oh, jeez, Cloud. You're supposed to bite. Come on. Why can't you bite right now? You're such a cutie. Meow. 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 How is this possible, Cloud? No cat is supposed to like this. None of the cats in this world are supposed to like what I'm doing right now to you. But you do, and you're kneading. You're kneading. Oh, hold my hand. Yes, hold my hand, Cloudy. Oh, yes, Cloudy. Hold my hand. Oh, oh, oh. Meh. Meh. Let's do some weights, right? You work that chest. A couple more reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good. Let's do 8 more reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One-handed. 7, 8. That was good. One-handed reps. Amazing. Cloud, what do you think of the tarot cards? You blushed them? All right. We're 63% done with this test, Cloud. We got to get through the whole thing. Don't be alarmed. It's just the sounds of the desk. Just the sounds of the desk, bud. You love head scratches. This guy loves the head scratch. More than anything else, this is like his fave. It gets him so psyched that he extends his paws and like stretches them out. He loves the head scratch. Right, Cloud? All right, you get more. But I'm going to stop so you can meow one more time. I love you. Tú eres mi compadre. Te amo mucho, mi amor. Te amo. No sabes cuánto te amo. Es porque tú eres tan amable. Meow. Move the mouse. There you go. Get it out of the way, you know. Make space for yourself. Make space for yourself. Oh, duty. Yes. Make space for yourself. Be comfortable. I encourage this with the viewers as well. Oh, speaking of that, Cloud, here, move the mouse. Move the mouse for me. Okay? You move the mouse for me? Right? Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to go check and see if anyone's chimed in at chat, okay? No one has, so that's good. We go back to the standard, what we're doing.
You can't chew that. If you chew that through, then I don't have a mouse anymore. And I know you're a mouse hunter, but you can't do that, Cloudy.
We have conversations. Let's see if I can get him to do a legitimate meow.
Meow. Ow.
Ow? Are you in pain? Are you in pain? Cloud, are you okay? I mean, you look like you might be experiencing trauma right now. Are you all right? Because it's possible you might be going through, a psychologically difficult situation right now, and I just want to be here for you. This mouse is here for you. Like that. See that? But Cloud, what's even more exciting is that you can look at the cursor that's on the screen right here, Cloud. And if you look at the cursor, then look at this, Cloud. Cloud. Cloudy. Let's see if I can get him pumped up with the cursor on the mouse on the screen. Oh, Cloudy. Yes. Yes, Cloudy. Cloudy, you're supposed to tack my arm. You're supposed to tack my hand. You're supposed to be totally upset, right? Oh, you're not supposed to lick. Come on, you're supposed to show how you can be a really fierce fighter. Just kidding. Of course, the kids downstairs are playing recorders. We're having a good time. Right, Cloudy? Yeah, he's a good guy. He's the best boy in the whole wide world. He's the good boy. Scratch that. There we go. Oh, it's good scratches, isn't it? Oh, the best scratch is right here on the chinny chin chin. On the chinny chin chin, my buddy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You are the softest cat. Yeah, you groom yourself, okay? There you go. Groom yourself. No, seriously, groom yourself, Claude. Don't say hello to them. Don't. Groom yourself. Okay? Like this. Yeah. And this is the key when you're giving a massage to human beings or cats. You never take your hands off the body. There's always a hand on the body. It shows that there's constant contact. See that? One comes off, and another stays on, and one stays on, and Cloudy comes over here, and look at that beautiful array of fur that's been left here. Thank you, Cloud. How kind of you. You hear that, Cloud? That's called chaos outside. That's called children. Complete chaos. All right. He's like, do I dare even go back out there? The recorder's playing everywhere. And now he's blessing my beautiful tarot book. Thank you, Cloud. And the illustration pages he's going for. He's going for the real work over there. You see, as this warms up, it becomes a whole different beer, and you can enjoy this over the course of an hour. That's what we've been doing. Enjoying a beer over the course of the hour, you drink with water. And when you drink with water, you're not as affected by the alcohol and you can still function and get shit done. Cloud's going to groom himself. It looks like everyone's happy. A little adjustment of the camera so that you can see that guy. I should just move over. There we go. Now you can see him. And we will get back to the test. So I was talking about this. You like to have a to-do list for each day, or else you'll get really distracted, William. I do. I like to have one. You rarely feel insecure. I feel insecure, but I'm okay with it. So what do I say? I feel insecure a lot of the time, but I'm okay with it. This is where I would need a lifeline from the audience to come in and say, William, we don't see you as insecure. We see you as confident in yourself. I'm confident in myself. I don't feel, if I feel insecure, it means that perhaps I feel like things are outside of my control, right? But things are totally within my control based on thought and feeling. I know this now. So I feel rarely insecure. I'm going to agree fully with this. Bam. You avoid me. How dare you ask me this? I do. I totally avoid making phone calls. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I do. And I'm open to pretty much every perspective. In your social circle, you're often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. No. But I will be with infinite abundance. I'll be like, guys, gals, everyone, we got to go over to Virgin Gorda this week. We're going to stay at Katichi Point. We're going to be there in the the infinity pool. We're going to have catered food. And it's going to be for the weekend. So whoever's in, I'll meet you at the airport. You'll have your flight and ticket ready for you and everything paid for. All you got to do is arrive. Don't even worry so much about clothes. We'll buy them while they're there. It's like, that's where I want to be, and I imagine that every day. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yeah. Yep. And I'm good at getting back on track. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. No, I've gotten over that. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence and the meaning of life. Disagree. I love to think about that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. No. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. I don't believe in fault. I disagree. Next. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I do both, but I'll just say I agree. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. Sometimes, especially if they're intimidating and beautiful and kind and amazing and intelligent, I don't know what to do, and then I remind myself that they're just my reflection. Okay. You would love a job that requires you to work alone for the most of the time. I don't want a job from anybody else, so that means yes. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Disagree. I want to make sure the mic isn't too hot. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. It depends. It depends. Mexico City is a bustling atmosphere that has amazing things that draw you in. And sometimes I like to go outside of the city to Teotihuacan and find myself looking at the pyramids. So right in the middle, at first glance, how someone is feeling. I hate to say this, but I'm sorry. I do. Because they're my mirror. They're my mirror. You often feel overwhelmed. Here comes my speech problems. You see? Alcohol has this wonderful effect like that. We're almost done with this 8.2% beer. I'm going to grab a Julius after this and just take it over the edge. Have a good time. It's like, I'm gonna enjoy Julius after this. You often feel overwhelmed. No, I don't feel overwhelmed often. Sometimes I do. So if it's sometimes, this is asking if I often do. So I'm going to say no. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. That's how you write a book. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Yes. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Absolutely. You struggle with deadlines. Nope. You feel confident with things that will work out. It will work out for you. Absolutely. Your gender. See the results. Here's the moment of the truth. Dum dum dum. I am an INFJA. Okay, I'm an INFJA. I don't know what that A means. I'm an advocate. Let's see what this means. This trait, all I know is, look at this. This is going to cost some money. Click right here. All right, this costs money. You give me 10 points. Wait, they're going to give it to me. Let's see if it's expensive. Does this cost money? Let's find out. William. Here's all my emails, just in case you want to spam me. You can either do williamofthesun@gmail.com. You can do williamcarlton@icloud.com. Or you can do william at immortaltype.com. Those are all my emails, so you can give me a lot of shit if you don't like me, okay? Just so you know. And just understand you get what you give in life. So if you go ahead and do that with malice, you'll just expect to receive that immediately. Okay? Send me advocate tips and search insights. No. Approximately every couple of weeks? Yeah. We'll do another one of these. Send me the results. Thanks. Thanks so much for sending that. Whoa. Oh, Cloud's fucking up some shit over here. He's scratching at stuff now. He's seeking attention. He's attention seeking. Okay, let's read this. What's the difference? Yeah, I want to know the difference. Assertive advocate versus turbulent advocate. Turbulent? That's not positive. Assertiveness is positive because it involves love, but turbulence doesn't. It's good that I'm not turbulent. While assertive and turbulent advocates are likely to be more alike than different. Their identity personality trait provides some nuanced dissimilarities between the two. Isn't that an oxymoron? It impacts the way each thinks, acts, and responds to their worlds to a significant extent. Hey, just want to say 16 personalities. If you guys need someone to do some editing, some copy editing for your writing and help you with your questions, I am totally available. You now know my 3 email addresses, so you can pick whatever one you want. Feel free to reach out to me because I can totally help you. And what the best part is, I'll do it for free so that it serves people better, so that we're not confused when we're reading your beautiful technology, okay? For free. In fact, you can just learn a lot from what I'm criticizing right now. Oh, I can tweet this. I'm not going to see, I could tweet it and talk shit, but I know that I get what I give in this life. It looks like this guy up here, this wise wizard, Gandalf wants to tell me something. Gandalf's got a notification for me. Finish setting up. Oh, thanks, Gandalf. I have to set up my profile. Thank you, Gandalf. Another bit of feedback. Don't send a notification unless it has to do with giving something to the user that's going to be a take that they actually enjoy. Otherwise, it's going to distract them to where they may not come back to this again. Okay, some feedback for you, 16 personalities. If you're looking to make money more than serve the people that are coming to this website, then you're going to lose. Things are going to change very fast. They are changing. Okay, 74% of assertive advocates feel like they effectively manage their stress in their life, compared to 28% of turbulent advocates. That's a big fucking difference. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to this. Oh boy. Don't make me do this again. Okay, thanks. Okay, I'm going to move my bottle here so we can read through this. INFJ strengths. Creative. Advocate personalities enjoy finding the perfect... All right, we got to stop for a second because Tony, my best friend, I'm living in his house. He said he was going to predict what my personality type was. So he said he had taken a photo. He had taken a photo and he's going to tell me. So I'm going to give Tony a call right now, even though he's downstairs. I don't want to put him on the spot too much. Like if I went downstairs and I said, Tony, come up, I'm broadcasting live. I want you to share with everyone what you believed I was before the results were here. And now the results are in. I want him to tell me what he thinks via phone call. So I'm calling him right now. Tony, you're live right now, just so you know.
Live?
I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, you're live streaming.
I am. So people are hearing you right now, just so you know.
Oh, okay. I'll quiet it down.
No, I'm saying right now. No. That's has nothing to do with that. We all want to know what your prediction was of my personality type, please.
Oh.
Tony, keep it down, man. I've been trying to fucking broadcast here, motherfucker.
We're all like dribbling basketballs.
Tony, I'm only living in your house.
All right. Hang on. Let me hang on with that for a second.
I'm only living in your house, Tony.
Hold on. I gotta look up my. I took a screenshot. I forgot what the thing is.
And if you stop bouncing that basketball, I'm gonna be pissed off at you. Just so you know.
Hold on, I can't hear. Are you an ISFP?
No.
No?
ISFP?
Yeah.
No, you won't even believe what I am. You're gonna laugh. Do you want to know?
Go for it.
Do you want it to be a surprise? Do you want to come up and see?
Sure, I'll come up.
Come on up. All right. All right. Tony's coming up. So we're gonna show. This is gonna be funny. Go ahead, Cloudy. You're live, Tony.
All right.
Don't worry. There's no camera on you right now.
Okay. You're an INFJ?
Yes. I am an INFJ. Which you said is the rarest, correct?
It's like 1.5% of the population.
1.5% of the population, folks. That's what I am. I'm an INFJ-A, assertive.
That's what I am. Oh no, I'm an A too.
Yes, we're equal. We're the same.
I don't really know what the A and the T mean.
Assertive versus the other one I forget. No, it's negative. It's not a good thing.
Got it.
But we're the assertives.
Okay.
There's like a 75% difference.
Yeah.
So that's what we are.
That's it, man. I thought you were ISFP.
Which is
it's the creator.
the creator type. Okay.
Well,
it says we're creative, like right here.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them say that. We gotta make you feel good.
Yeah, exactly. After all that work, Tony.
Right.
It took me a good solid hour of avoiding this.
Yeah. How long did the test take?
Honestly, for the time I was dedicated to it, 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's it. There you go.
That's Tony, everybody.
Hello.
Everyone say hi to Tony.
What are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. Okay, so that was it, folks. That's it. INFJ. So Tony had predicted I was something different. And only 1.5% of the population is this, which is interesting. Now I feel bad because Tony's going to get his children to quiet down. I wish he wouldn't do that. Not for me, But very funny, very funny. I didn't want to show you Tony to put him too much on the spot. I told him I was going to put the camera on for the poor guy. He's already putting up with enough stuff. He's got all this craziness going on in his life all the time. He's my best friend. He's my brother. You're my brother. Tony is my brother, for real. No joke. Love the guy so much. He's helped me through everything in thick and thin. All right, I'm going to check in here and see if there's anything going on in chat. No one talking in chat right here. What's up with that, huh? I guess we're going to have to do our tarot reading now, so we're going to dive into that and see what's going on with the tarot cards today. I haven't been drawing the tarot cards. This is day 4. So I'm going to have to really step up and get through the cups so we can move into swords. It's either swords or wands. You folks can decide if you want it to be swords or wands next. But once we get through the swords and wands, the tarot deck's done. And then we can actually go to printing and getting the physical cards in hand, which will be really fun. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break. So in the meantime, what I want you to do, you can take a look at these strengths and weaknesses of what's going on. Romantic relationships. This is cool. I want to check this out. Let's read this. Let's just do the whole thing. I'm going to grab myself a Julius. So let's set up the romantic relationships. You can read a little bit about this right now. And while you're reading this, I'll grab my beer and we'll talk shop. Then we're going to do the tarot reading, and then we're going to wrap this broadcast and have a great night. You know, we're going to have a good time. So hang in there. If you are just joining us, welcome to Immortal Type. We're doing something fun tonight. We're doing this personality test, having a good time, learning about me. And yeah, so is this for real? It says advocates care about integrity, and they tend to bristle when people try to change them or talk to them into something that they don't believe. All right. So anyway, I'm going to grab a Julius. I'm going to crack it open, pour it out. We're going to read the description of the beer itself. Then we're going to do our tarot reading. Then we're going to end for the night so that everyone can get some sleep. If you're on the East Coast, if you're on the West Coast, congratulations. You can enjoy this and not have to worry about going to sleep for a while. I'll be right back. So hang in there. I wish I had some music to play for you. Let me see if I do. As a matter of fact, I'll see if I can play some of my own tunes. I probably have something on here. Just hang in there. I'm going to talk while I'm looking for something by me, so I don't have any copyright issues. Otherwise I would. That's the nice thing about making your own music. You don't have to worry about copyright so much. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, listen to the Red Door music. This is fun. This is like 17 minutes of music from the Red Door. It should be coming through. Doesn't seem to be. So enjoy this while I go get here. Here music going. Music going for you. Love the circle, outside of the circle, I'm still waiting. You get to see me playing in 2006. It seems like it's coming through. It's coming through to you right now. I know it is. All right. So enjoy this. I'll be right back with a beer. Enjoy this.
Thank you. Give it up for Tony Palladino on the keys, everybody. Let me introduce the rest of the band. We got Dan Prindle here on the bass. Mr. Travis Lamoth on the drums, everybody. Lee Sylvester on the lead guitar. I'm Bill Carlton. Thank you very much, you guys. All right. Points for turning back. No. So just for the record, are we lost? Are we on the right track? You told me with an ease in your voice that things would be just fine. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm a little nervous without thinking there is something on the line. It's my hometown, I am let down. It's my hometown, I've left behind. It's my hometown where there is solid ground. It's my hometown. Okay, that's enough of that.
we're back. And yeah, we're back. Just working on a few tech stuff, a few tech things. All right. So let me show you this. This is just, okay. The best beer in the world is right here. This is the number one beer in the world. Okay. Named Julius. I'm sure it was inspired by Orange Julius. If you've ever gone to Orange Julius back in, I don't know if they still exist, like in the mall, but they used to be in commercial malls. Orange Julius had this incredible, like, over accentuated orange flavor that was involved in this beer. It's 6.8% alcohol, which I love. It's kind of Saturn based because Saturn's the 6th planet and it's also associated with number 8. So I love it. This was brewed, it says, look at this. It says brewed in Massachusetts by Treehouse Brewing Company. Whereas Haze was brewed in Monson. That's what's really unique about this. So my friend Tony, who was just here talking, he asked, are they still brewing in Monson? This is the answer. They are. They're still brewing in Monson. So this was a small batch beer right here, an old school batch beer of Haze, which is special. It's special. So this is Julius. Like I said, Orange Julius. It tastes like an over accentuated orange juice with cat hair on the bottom. That's courtesy of Cloud. 6.8% alcohol. It's a pint. Let's give the description. Let's read this description for you. Okay. It says, keep cold, drink fresh. We are excited that you are holding Treehouse Brewing Company's flagship American IPA, Julius. Julius is a bright, tropical beer filled with notes of peach, mango, passion fruit, and a melange of citrus. It's gentle on the palate while still incredibly hop saturated. It is the result of uncompromising dedication to fresh, progressive, delightful beer. We hope, too many adjectives, by the way, Nate. If you need if you need an editor for your beer, I'm happy to help you. It's just too many adjectives, okay? Just so you know. Adverbs. I'm sorry, adjectives. Too many adjectives, too many descriptors. Anyway, it's beautiful, man. To our uncompromising dedication to fresh, 1, progressive, 2, delightful, 3, beer. We hope you enjoy it with laughter, good cheer, in the company of those you love. That's true. I don't mean to criticize you, Nate. How could I possibly criticize you? You do all these beautiful things so well. So well. Now let's see how this looks. Okay? Let's see how this looks on my desk. Some of it just poured out. Got to get around the microphone. Imagine me trying to do like hot ones. This is kind of like that. It's like the same thing, just making mistakes. But look at this color. I mean, it is just beautiful. This is less alcohol than Haze. Yet the nose is amazing. It's incredible nose. Oh my God. It's the best beer in the world. It is. It's perfectly balanced. And Nate knows it. He's made scientific perfection with this beer. It's like you don't have to go looking anywhere else. This is what you want. This is it. It's ice cold. It's delicious. It's amazing. And it's just, this is a celebratory moment for me. All in my humility. You know, why don't we do a song? Let's do a song. Do a little song, little celebration. Got a little beer on the nose. I'm an INFJ assertive, which means I'm sorry, INFJ advocate, assertive. Can someone chime in and tell me which one's which one it is? I'd like to know. I'm trying to work the multiple monitors here so we can have a super professional setup here today. It says it can take time for advocates to find a compatible partner. Well, that's fucking true. That's no joke. That's totally true. I've been searching my entire life for 44 years to find someone who wants to be with me. I'm not that bad. You know, I'm a decent lover. I'm a decent supporter. I believe in people's passions and dreams. I love women. Women probably don't believe me, but I deeply love women. And I would love to have a companion for the rest of my life. I honestly, when I got married, oh geez, it was on October 19th, 2012. I seriously went into it for the rest of my life. I was all in. So like marriage to me is no joke. I'm not fucking around. I want to be with that person for the rest of my life and I'll make it work. But if shit hits the fan too much, it's like you got to bail. So where I am right now is I sincerely want to be with someone for the rest of my life. Whoever you are out there, I really do. I want to be peaceful, productive, loving, kind. I want you to feel like you've never been loved more by another man. Except, I hate to say this, not in a sexual way. There's no woman, any woman who's truly loved by their father can't be loved any better by another man. Once you're loved by your father, that's it. He's the best. That's how it should be, because it has nothing to do with sexuality. When it's done in a healthy way, you know, when you're with your father as a daughter, that he cares about you unconditionally in all cases. However, if a man marries a woman, there's some intent to create children. So that kicks you down a notch. You're never going to be the same as your father, you know? And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. So just so women know that, if a woman's ever interested in being with me, she's like, you know, dad's number one in my life. I get it. You know, I'm not going to argue it. I feel the same way. My daughter is number one to me. Son too. They're my children. They're my consanguine children. They get the priority. That said, you got to understand, if you're expecting the man to be everything for you, and yet your father is the one that you love the most, and he loves you the most, then there has to be some compromise, you know? Which is to say, it's like there's a hierarchy involved. It's there, no matter how you look at it, you're going to feel it. And I just want a woman to feel, at least from the romantic perspective, that she's never been loved more by a man romantically. So I want to take her to all the fancy places. I want to go sailing with her. I want to go deep into the woods. I want it to be risky at times. I want it to be safe all the time, but risky, where we learn from it. We grow from it. We create from it. We just keep going from it. I deeply want that with a woman, because I know that we will grow so much and we'll be so happy and we will enrich the lives of so many people. I don't want to do that alone. I don't want to be in a position where I have the infinite abundance that I'm imagining and do it alone. I'm just not going to feel as satisfied. I want to be with a woman that's totally secure in herself. And I guess that's why I've never met her, you know, or if I've met her, I haven't figured out how to be with her yet. So it takes two to tango, you know. That's what I want, though. I want that perfect union where just complete honesty. We're creating all the time. She's not afraid to tell me exactly what she needs, even though she's never said it to anyone in her life. She can say it to me, knowing that I'm not going to fucking make her feel bad ever. I'm not going to make her feel guilty about the things that she needs, no matter how weird it is, or strange, or idiosyncratic. I just want to be supportive of that. And I'm ready. I'm just totally, I feel well-rounded in that way of meeting someone, aside from the financial stuff. I have cryptocurrency. I don't have any debt. I guess that's better than a lot of men. However, I want to have the infinite abundance. I literally want to have enough to just go and say we can buy our yacht and go and sail the world with whomever we want. We can pick up all of our friends. They can come and hang with us. They can have a break. We can help out anyone, get them out of debt, get them out of situations that are difficult, and show them that life can be enjoyed in its entirety through convictions, thoughts, and feelings that are managed and organized and colonized to serve them. That's the message. So, this is kind of like my CV for my partner in crime. If you're out there, you find this message and you think I'm foolish enough to be with you, and you're foolish enough to be with me, then let's go just be good to the world. and figure out how we can grow a lot faster than just trying to do it alone. You know, we're not meant to be alone until we are. If someone I love so deeply like that comes to me and says, listen, I made a mistake, I'm ready to go. Yeah, like, I'm not going to be upset. How could I be upset? I'm so glad that you realized that with me. That's good. It's good for people to realize that they shouldn't be with you through you. That's a good thing. Because if you love and support that, then you're only going to attract that which is right for you now. It could be that you're not ready to be in a relationship, you know? So anyway, that's my perspective on love. I believe that you're supposed to be together to create in some way, some form. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to create children, but it means that you need to create something, and it needs to be really impacting and serving people. I'm in it to serve people. So if people are like, you know, if someone wants to be with me just to kind of consume me and say, you know, I want to go to this place, this place, this place, this is where we're going to be, this one, no, that's not it. We have all the freedom in the world to never have to worry about where we need to be. So let's enjoy it. That's where I want to be. And that's where I am right now. And, you know, the more that I feel that, the more liberated I become, and the faster the energy moves to materialize something like that, because I know for sure the woman that I'm going to meet that I'm talking about is my mirror reflection, and she exists. She's there. I've already met her. I know I've already met her. I've already had a conversation with her at some point in my life. I don't know who she is. However, I know that we've already conversed. That's what I know. I know that she's already been present. So that's exciting, you know. Let's focus this reading all on love. Let's make it for love. And I want it to be the same for you so that it serves your highest good. It is in service to you as well, for if you're seeking love or you're seeking to reestablish just intimacy or whatever it is. Perhaps it's yogic communication with the person that you love. You're looking for a breakthrough. Let's make it all about that tonight. All right? Let's do that. It's the beginning of the week. We're here to plant seeds. After this, we've got the new moon coming, I think, on Saturday. So let's kind of keep this in mind without anyone knowing. Just us. We'll make it all about love, okay? Cheers to Julius. Oh, it smells so good. Smell this. Just smell this. Dive in. Dive in and smell how beautiful that is. Oh, it's just mango. It is passion fruit. It's so delicious. I'm letting it swirl all around my mouth. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. Nate, send me a case for your promotion, man. I sent Nate Lanier a number of emails to where I'm sure he probably feels like I'm a stalker. But it hasn't been so many emails over like the course of consecutive days or anything. I've sent him probably 5 emails over the course of the last 6 years. It's about one a year. And that said, the emails that I send, they could be anything from a voice message that's like 15 minutes long from Mexico with me saying, Nate, I just woke up at 3 a.m, man. I had a dream. I was at your brewery, which is true. And you were sitting down with this guy and you were talking about how you were going to release the stout and how the stout was going to be, you know, at this price. And this is what it meant to me. And I've seen your brewery, even though I haven't been there, but I know what it looks like now. It's expanded. And I went to the brewery recently and it looked exactly the way I had dreamt it. And that fucking blew my mind a lot. It kind of set me back. I just have this feeling like Nate and I are going to connect. I've had dreams, of us playing darts together. I don't know what it means, but we're in a rooftop area, like an attic space where there, you know, is the vaulted ceiling, but it's on a V shape, and we're playing darts and we're talking about life and authors, who his favorite authors are, who mine are, and we're talking about writing. I've had these dreams with this guy. I don't know what it is. You know, perhaps others are having the same experiences, but it's a strange thing. I have a feeling like Nate and I are going to connect at some point. We're going to be friends. You know, he hasn't blocked me yet. I'm a wild guy. Maybe I should write him a typewritten letter. Maybe I shouldn't write him a typewritten letter. Maybe I should just stop. All right. Let's get into this tarot reading. I'm going to shuffle a few times. We're going to draw a Mind of Humanity card, and we're going to dedicate this to love. Okay. So let's adjust this. You're not going to see my face for a little bit. We got to get serious here, folks. Just for a little bit. When we're playing the game of life, we got to get serious. Look, this is what Cloud left me. Thanks, Cloud. It's a fucking mess, man. This Death Adder mouse is not even going to work. That's the idea. He's like, I'm going to take care of the mice in this house. Cloud has caught mice. He's totally caught mice before. And he was so proud. He came in, he's going, meow, meow, meow. I'm like, what, Cloud? You want attention? He's like, no. Meow, meow. So I'm like, okay, you must want to show me something. So he brings me out of the room. I'm following him. Oh, look at this. And lo and behold, there's a dead mouse right on the top of the stairs, and he's so proud. And I have to tell them that I'm proud of the guy. I got to tell him I'm proud of him. You know, if I don't tell him I'm proud of him, he's not going to keep pursuing mice and hunting them. And he really looks forward to hunting. And I feel bad for the mouse. I didn't bury the mouse. I was about to say that. I didn't bury the mouse. There's a stream in the yard. I tossed the mouse in the stream. Cloud tried to follow me out of the house. He was so upset that I had taken it without his permission. He was so proud of his spoils. And I reinforced the guy, you know. Mice shouldn't come into the house, but they need to. They're trying to find their way. They're like, wow, this is really warm and nice. And cats need to hunt. So it's just kind of part of it. Anyway, that's kind of part of the interactions that I have with the cats here. And there are 3 of them. There's Charlie. He's 13 years old now, just about 13. He's a fierce hunter. Charlie is insanely good at hunting mice. Ash too, but Ash got outside. I don't know how he got outside in the winter. Thankfully, it was snowing, and he didn't like the snow being on his fur, so he ran back into the house. But he has been trying to get out now because he got a little taste of freedom, so he's looking for it. Anyway, I'm just going to ask right off the bat that this wisdom serve the highest good of all involved. Let's do a little adjustment of the camera so I'm not shifting over, and we can just get into this. There we go. So I'm asking that the wisdom serve the highest good of all involved. Here we have the Mind of Humanity cards. We're going to shuffle them up, see what we get. We've been broadcasting now for an hour and 33 minutes. Thanks for joining us and signing in. If you have, why don't you go to chat and chime in and see if there's something that you want to have answered. We can ask some questions and try to get some clarification from the cards. If not, you can just lurk. Lurking is fun. There's been nothing yet from chat, and that's fine. That's great. We still got some beer left in this Julius. So let's fill up. Let's top off my glass. Beginning of the week. Look at that. You see that? Carbonation. So the result of fermentation is carbon dioxide and alcohol. Yeast, this is a live beer. It's alive. Inside, yeast is eating the sugar and releasing carbon dioxide and taking shits and pisses plural. And what that does is it just kind of inundates the liquid with alcohol. The alcohol will evaporate if it's left open, and so you want to put it in a container. Oh my God, so that it doesn't. These fucking hops are knocking me out. I promise you, it's nothing else that's knocking me out. It's not the alcohol. Okay. Mind of Humanity card. Mind of Humanity card for the... Oh, it's this one right here. What do we got? Oh my God, it's Saturn. I love you, Saturn. Saturn, I know I haven't been writing lately. I haven't been on the typewriter. I know I haven't been illustrating, but I have been replacing fear with love. You'd be proud of me. What do you have to say for us, Saturn? Ooh. represents the harvest. It's the fruit of your labor. It settles accounts, both physical and karmic. Its primary goal, however, is to replace all fear with love. Saturn is my boy. Saturn is my career planet, actually. So when I write, I'm deeply connected to Saturn. You'll see this right here. There's a hexagonal storm at the top. This is real. This actually exists on Saturn. A hexagonal storm. I love Saturn, so I'm pumped that Saturn is overseeing this. It's going to be all about replacing fear with love. So folks, if you've come in with fear and you're wondering what's going on with your relationships or whatever it is, Saturn's going to help you let that go tonight. We're going to have a good time with this. So let's do it. Thank you, Saturn, for overseeing this reading. I'm pumped. I'm about to flip out. I'm about to flip out. Let's do some shuffle. We're going to do 8 shuffles tonight. There's the Empress and the High Priestess. That's Pisces energy. I'm a Piscean. I'm a Pisces. March 5th. What's your sign? When were you born? What day of the month? I'm March 5th. I'm looking for someone who's born either on the 1st, the 10th, or the 19th, or the 28th, ideally. Because then we have Venus energy. And if we have Venus energy, then we have lots of love. But most of the relationships I've had have been 2s, moon, and it's been 7. That's the Chariot. As long as you have a spiritual connection with that person, then the Chariot works really well. As long as you're not cheating on each other. As soon as you cheat, the Chariot says, okay, we're tipping over, we're fucked. Okay, shuffle 2. Let's do another. We're going to do 8 in total. I'm just going to take my time with this. Some are going to say, oh, it makes me cringe every time you shuffle, William. Because I could be doing it so much better than you. I wrote a song called So Much Better, and I promised I was going to play some music. Okay. That was a shit shuffle right there. I think that's 4. It's either 3 or 4. I'll be looking at this again. I'll be looking at the VOD and thinking the video on demand, and I'll be thinking, okay, was this 3 or 4? I think that was 4. Let's see, it was 3. The Empress and the Page of Wands. That's 4. We're halfway there. We're living on a prayer. 5 coming up right now. Right now. Oh, I want the world tonight. I want this card to show up. Oh, this is... What's going on here? What's happening here? Everything's all fucked up. You're noticing how infrequently I drink beer. Definitely don't drink beer often. I just feel like it's a celebration. It is. It's a celebration. That was 4 shuffles. We're going to do this again. 9 of Swords coming through. That's a victory over superior forces. I love seeing the 9 of Swords. Everyone gets afraid of it. I love the 9 of Swords. 5. Going to 6. Saw the 6 of Cups on that one. Coming to 7. 8 of Pentacles is there. In the grind. And here's the final one. Got some decent shuffles. Queen of Cups is there. Don't worry, Queen of Cups. Whatever secret you're holding on to, we'll hop burp to the end of it. We'll get to the end of it. Okay. May this wisdom serve the highest good of all involved. In the love of creation, we begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to keep going until I get 8. We're going to take it. I guess we have to take both. 3 of Wands, 8 of Cups. We'll get to it in a minute. I'm not going to talk much about it. Let's just get all the cards out. That's what I'm feeling right now. Let's just get to the end of this reading. Yeah, this is going to be a major arcana. That's my guess. I was wrong. It's okay. See, it shows that you shouldn't trust me. Only trust the cards. Trust Pixie. Saturn, I trust you. Deliver the message. Knight of Swords has been showing up every day. Every day. 1, 2. Should we, folks? This one's sticking out? No, it's multiple cards. Let's start over again. I'm going to just really concentrate on this. This is no performance. This is just concentrating. Okay, here we go. This is what we need. Clear it. All right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there you go. This used to be called the Angel, I think. Or the Rapture. Judgment's here. Yeah. Beautiful. Let's take this one on the top. King of Swords. We're going to move this camera back. And we're going to give you some perspective here. Here we go. You got to take both. I'll take the 9 of Pentacles. We'll take this one on the top. This is the center of the reading today. Most important card. Oh my God. We'll talk about it in a second. I'm just pretty pumped, actually. Pretty pumped about this. Why is this inverse? We're not taking any inverse cards. I don't work with them. I did before when I was upset. I'm not going to do it anymore. They're not inverse anymore. That's good. Let's do a few more shuffles just to get things clear. And just to make this totally fair, we're going to... all right, I'll just keep going. I'm going to do 3 shuffles. As you can see, I take the cards... and as I'm dumping them in, they're going underneath and then up top. You see that? So it gives a random shuffle as we go through. Just so you know how this is working. So you can see how the shuffles work. Okay? I'm not looking at the bottom of the deck, but it's likely this is going to be the card that shows up while shuffling the rest. So I'm going to do 3 to get to the end of this. We'll find out what this final card's going to be. We're going to do 3 shuffles at 8. 8, 8, 8. There we go. Let's try to get to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Didn't make it. We're going to do it again until we get 3 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to make it. 5, 6, 7. Yep. Going to be very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 7, 8. That's good. Let's do 2 more like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ace of Cups. Well, speaking of love, it's nice to have that there. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Some form of defeat. Oh, this is beautiful because this is the portal that takes us into the reading. Here's what I want you to do. I just want you to take a look at this, take it in for what it is, enjoy just looking at the cards and seeing how you feel about the story before I see anything. Formulate the story that is important to you, because that's most important. As you see the story, whatever it feels like for you is more important than anything I could tell you, or anything that the Marseille deck could say, or any other definition. But we'll go through those things, what I interpret this is for love, as well as what the Book of Marseille says. But before any of that, I want you to have time on your own to think about what this means to you. And I'm saying this because I need to piss, okay? I need to break the seal. Princess Nora is here. Princess Nora, hello. This is a universal reading. It's designed for you, Princess Nora. So please, you asked if it's a general reading. I love seeing you here, Nora. You got to understand, I've been talking to myself for a long time right now. So I'm not going to put you on the spot. Please tell me if there's anything that you want answered. We're going to draw some cards for you. After this reading is done and I give the general reading, if you want your own reading about something that's going on in your life that you want answers for, here's the time to get a free reading. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to go to Gumroad. You don't have to ask me for anything. You don't have to send anything. There's no exchange other than our time. So you can tell me exactly what you want, and I'm going to give you the answers, okay? They're going to come from the cards. But I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. When I come back, this is a good time for you to formulate a question. You can ask about what you want, and I'm going to answer you. Okay, we're going to draw some cards, but let's talk about this universal reading for now. Find out what it means for us universally. This is a universal reading that's designed for you when you get here. You can sense the excitement in my voice that someone's here asking a question. Seriously, Nora, I'm not joking around. This is really important for me. So ask about what you would like to have resolved, whatever question you have. It's a general reading for all signs, regardless of your sign. However, if you say to me what day of the month you're born, or what day of the week you were born, I can go into even more depth with Kabbalah. It's your choice. And if you don't say anything else and you've already gone, that's fine too. I just want you to know that I'm sending love your way, and I'm here open and willing to give you the answers that you seek. This is a general reading for you. Okay, great. You got it. Nora, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Any questions that you put out there, I'm going to answer with all of my heart and give you the best advice you want. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Okay, so we're back, and We got Charlie here. I want to make sure that Charlie doesn't step all over the cards. I'm reading here, Nora, that she says, you say that your birthday is July 6th. So, Nora, the beauty with your energy is that it's aligned with Venus. And if you can tell me the day of the week that you're born, then I can go into that in more detail. But just know that the energy that you present to individuals when you're meeting them is surrounded with Venus energy. So it has a lot to do with love, expression of the arts. It's probably important to you, decor with a house, and music might be a part of your life. Perhaps theater or some form of art expression will be an important thing to you, just so you know. And forgive me if there's any sort of buffering. It looks like I'm getting some dropped frames coming up right now. I wish that we didn't have dropped frames. I don't know what the reason is for it. It's something to do with the internet. That said, just hang in there and know that I'm doing my best to make sure that we have the best possible reading for you that I can offer. So let's dive into this reading the way it is universally. And if Charlie jumps up on the table, it's because he wants to bless the cards. It looks like he's looking to bless the cards right now. So we're going to see if Charlie wants to step up and bless them. And I would love for Charlie. Go ahead, Charlie. You can bless the cards, buddy. Charlie's a cat. He's about 13 years old. He's an old guy. I'm going to show him to you right now, just so you can see. We're going to pull from the cards for a second. You're going to see him upside down. But this is Charlie. He's my love. He's such a good boy. And he's just so snuggly. 13 years old. He's just the most lovely cat. And we happen to be getting some buffering, with the internet connection right now. But it is what it is. Okay, let's dive right into this. Saturn's overseeing this. This has to do with replacing fear with love. We come in here with the 3 of Wands as the first card in the reading. However, this is the most important card because this serves as the portal, as the bottom of the deck. This represents some form of a defeat. There was a defeat that occurred recently. In the recent past, it's already over. So the good news is, whatever it was that was difficult and challenging, it no longer is. That's the best part about the 10 of Swords. We already know that the situation is ended. So as we come into this reading with the 3 of Wands, we have a whole new perspective of optimism. I'm going to show you what exactly it means. It is a positive card that we're looking at. All cards in the tarot are positive. However, this one in particular is very positive. So you finally have a sense of direction with love. Okay? You've got a situation going on where you find you have direction. You're moving forward after a moment of hesitation, and you're finding a middle path between 2 courses of action. So you're gaining an advantage by keeping neutrality between 2 conflicting sides. That's the 3 of Wands. So perhaps you were dealing with being a person in the middle of a situation. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to fix the internet here. So just because I'm getting a lot of dropped frames. It could indicate a number of things that are going on. I'm going to try to shut down all of the apps that are going on and try to fix the internet connection because something's going on here that I don't like. So I'm going to try to fix that. Just bear with me as we go here. I'm going to try to free up as much of the bandwidth as I can possibly free up so that we have a better connection, because I don't like it when there's dropped frames. I'm seeing them come through now. I'm getting a lot of dropped frames. A lot of drop frames. So you said, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, Charlie's awesome. I want to show you where Charlie is right now, Nora. He's right over here. Look at our guy. Charlie wants to go to sleep right now. He's not happy that I'm giving this reading necessarily, but he will. The camera will come right back. The camera will come right back. I'm imagining it will come right back. Please, camera, come back. There we go. He doesn't like that I give readings if I'm not giving him attention. So it is what it is. Anyway, Nora, from this reading it, speaking of, there was some form of situation where you might have been a middle person in between 2 situations where you felt like you might have been between a rock and a hard place. And the good news is there's a liberation of that. Because if we look at the Eight of Cups, you'll see that there's some freedom that comes from this card. Here's the Eight of Cups. It speaks of involvement, developing personal relationships within a group. So if you're interacting with a group, it's likely that you're starting to develop some real positive connection with that group. And you have a favorable human relations environment. So it could also mean that you have some form of a feast or a family event that's going on where there's going to be a big feast involved. It's a positive card. Next we have here the Knight of Swords. And with the Knight of Swords, it's a very fast-moving energy. And anytime you're dealing with swords energy, you're dealing with energy that has to do with movement and intellect. So intellect is involved with the Knight, and the Knights like to get stuff done. So in this particular case, if we're looking at the Knight of Swords, here's the definition, okay? Energy and resources to advance, but you're still looking for the right direction. You're hovering above practical constraints. You have determination and perseverance. You have perseverance. You want to get through this. However, you need some guidance to get through this situation. And that's coming. And there's going to be resolution to the situation. The reason why there's going to be resolution to the situation is because we're looking at judgment. And this right here, this row has to do with the past. The good news is whatever is here that may have been a preoccupation with the past, it's already happened. So you don't have to worry about it. Now is the process of letting it go. We had a loss. It led to having to look at things from a different perspective. You're now moving on and you're doing a new type of collaboration. The Knight of Swords is going to help you with that by giving you energy and resources to advance. But the Knight of Swords needs some advice and needs some guidance. The beauty is judgment is here. You have angels on your side that say, do not worry about a single thing. And this is a major arcana. We have two major arcana right next to one another and the only ones in this reading. And you should know that the center of this reading is the Ten of Pentacles. So we've got some really positive information coming to you right now. Let's take a look at what it says about judgment so that you know that you can feel reassured with the advice that's coming to you right now. It's good stuff. Okay. Judgment's at the end. It's number 20 on the major arcana. Here it is. Okay. It's a revelation of sorts. Charlie. Enlighten me. Come here, Charlie. Come on. He's meowing. Come here. Enlightenment, a new understanding, a turning point in the therapy process, your healing of a family relationship, disclosure, secrets revealed, publicity. It could also mean birth of a baby or of a new thing. So like we talk about this idea of a baby being born, a new baby. I'm working on my baby. You know, it's your project. So whatever it is, it's being born. Here's the thing you need to focus on. Awaken to spiritual reality. What is spiritual? It has to do with caring for your internal self. So you're going to awaken to the idea of caring for yourself, not so much as what you're caring for in the outside. You're caring for yourself. It's the most important thing right now. Okay. So that's judgment. And now that caring for yourself, it leads to justice. So imagine this. The idea of taking care of yourself leads to a favorable decision for your own life. Law and order, legal and court issues are going to be in your favor. If that's the case, if you have any sort of legal issues going on right now, Nora, it's totally taken care of. But this has to do with love. So just know that you have a fair and balanced judgment coming in as far as love development goes. And this is beautiful. It's a really good thing. You have a touch of grace and humanity beyond the objective considerations. The big message, the big mantra is you want to act with reason and by the accepted norms. So you kind of want to follow by the norms of society. What the norms tell you to do. That's what you want to follow by. That's the most important thing. More than anything else. That's justice. Now we come into the King of Swords. This is current reality. This represents our present moment right now. These 5 cards, where the Ten of Swords is the pilot, or the portal, rather, leads in to the beginning of our past experience, starting with the 3 of Wands, going all the way to Justice. Saturn is overlooking everything, which has to do with replacing fear with love. And now we enter into the present moment with the King of Swords, which I'm very interested to hear. A determination to break from the past. So whatever it is, Nora, you're trying to break from the past. And you're showing that you are stronger than you have ever been. You're feeling totally able and equipped to deal with things, even if you're uncertain about them. And you're showing a sense of wisdom and intellectual maturity for the first time in a long time. And this is happening right now. Now, guess what the result of this is? It's the 9 of Pentacles, which is total abundance. 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Coins, indicates that you've totally got control over your life. It's a very, very strong card. Look at what it says. You have motivation. You're carving out a niche for yourself in an existing system. You have ambition. You have endurance. You have the energy and the independent thinking to get yourself to that point where harvest is finally going to present itself, and you're going to be presented with long-term fruits. And then the next card that comes in sequence, I've really never seen the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Coins lead to the 10 of Coins. I've never seen this happen, ever. But they're right in sequence, and look at what it brings you right off the bat. We're looking at abundance, intensive activity in practical affairs, material success and achievements. Some may be getting more than others. So whatever you're concentrating on, whatever world you're in right now, it could be that others are getting more than what you're getting, but it's likely that you're getting more than others. And that's okay. You know, it just happens to be that moment in time where you're supposed to be getting more than others, and that's fine. Next cup, you're thinking, the next card, rather, you're thinking about family. Nora, tell me that you're not thinking about family. She asks, I wanted to know what would be the next with my love life. My job has been going well. Great. I want to meet the right person. Well, the good news is, Nora, I can tell you right off the bat here with the end of this reading with the Ace of Cups, you do not need to worry about love coming into your life. Keep doing great with your job. Keep doing great with who you are emotionally. Keep doing great with how you're aligned with life. It's attracting a partner that's going to make you the most happy that you have ever been in your life. No question. And the reason why I can tell you that with absolute certainty is it has to do with the 4 of Cups leading after the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Coins. 10 of Coins tells you that you have total abundance. You've got all the money in the world that you ever need, all the stability financially that you need. You've got the ambition, you've got the energy, you've got the direction, because the King of Swords needed it. And you have justice, judgment, everything's fitting in place to say, now it's time for you to decide who is the ideal partner for you in your life. This is the last card. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's look at what it says about the 4 of Cups. You're thinking about family. Something has to do with family with you, Nora. I don't know what it is. You can tell me if you'd like. We can ask for clarification. However, something has to do with family. Okay, take a look at this. 4 of Cups. Family. A collective of people, some community with a history with you is giving you a sense of belonging. And you're returning with a commitment to this group at the price of giving up something of personal interest. You may have been focusing on something for a while that might not have been serving you. Something that may have been an interest that you enjoyed, you liked it. However, this new group that you're focusing on is more important than whatever your previous interest was. Now, if you continue to give energy and drive towards that thing that has to do with the group, as opposed to the thing that you're used to doing that may make you feel good but really doesn't bring you any results, leads to the Ace of Cups. Now, I'm just going to show you the Ace of Cups so you can read it and see how beautiful this is. Because to me, it's such a beautiful card for the end of this reading, especially because you're wanting to know what it has to do with meeting the right person in your life. You don't have to worry at all, Nora. It's good. Just take a look at this. Ace of Cups, okay? I'm so happy for you. I just want to say I'm so happy for you that you came here and asked tonight. You have all the reassurance in the world that this is happening for you. And the less that you're lusting and worrying about the results, the more quickly it's going to come into your life. It's the beginning of a love relationship, the expression of warm feelings, a romantic longing for something extraordinary has arrived. Emotional and spiritual growth. Charlie is saying, yes, Charlie wants to jump up on my lap and say, it's true. Come here, Charlie. Come on up. I want you to meet Charlie, Nora, because the reading has given you what you need. Your love's coming to you, and I'm so happy that you have your job, that you found that which makes you feel most fulfilled. I'm so happy about that. Charlie, come here. Come here. Yeah. Here's Charlie. I want you to meet this beautiful guy. He's 13, and all he wants right now is to snuggle. Like seriously snuggle. So I'm gonna hold him close. I'm gonna make the mic a little hotter so you can hear him. Okay, so you can hear this guy. There we go. Charlie, here, come here, buddy. Oh, he gives hugs and kisses. He kisses the ear. Come here, Charlie. You're the good dodie. So Nora, the really good news is you got love coming into your life. It's really here at the end, you know? The Ace of Cups speaks of love probably more than the major arcana of the Lovers. It's so clear. The fact that you've been through really difficult times, you've kind of overcome a lot of challenges. Not kind of, you've overcome a lot of challenges. And because you've overcome a lot of challenges, you've made yourself perfectly fit and ready to be in a loving relationship, and it's happening. It's here. It's here for you. So I'm really happy that's occurred, you know? And I'm hoping that this connection is most fulfilling for you for the rest of your life. If that's what you want, that it's fulfilling and you feel like you have a companion with you, you know, now is the time. Charlie wants to leave, so I have to let him out. But now is the time to kind of formulate in your mind exactly who it is that you want to have in your life in a loving way. Because the energy's here for you. Take a look at these cards again so as you don't forget, okay? And I'll just turn this inverse so you can take a look. Yeah, and just kind of meditate on this. And we're going to add some love to this in the form of gold coins. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to let Charlie out. He says hello, and we're going to bring this person into your life. So the person's already coming to you. I'm so happy for you, Nora. So happy you came here. You came here because you were meant to be here and get this message. I'll be right back. Come on, Charsky. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, good boy. There you go. Charlie was like, I need to get out of here, man. He's like, I want to get out of here. So here's what I'm going to do for you, Nora. I want you to have everything be very clear and designed for your wish fulfillment. So we're going to put a lot of effort towards the relationship that you want in your life. Let's put 6 gold pieces for the sake of love. Right here with the Ace of Cups. This is for Nora So she has her love. Nora, if there's anything else that you want for these remaining 10 to go towards, I'm happy to do that for you. I'm going to give one to Saturn and ask that he help with the replacement of fear with love. Whatever it is you need to let go of, that you let go of it so that you can make room in your life for this new love. Look at this. Literally jumped out of my hand and went over to the Ace of Cups. Just for you, Nora. Let's give you one for the 10 of coins because you worked so hard to get your perfect financial stability. And let's just give one to the rest. Unless you say it needs to go elsewhere. I want you to have justice. I want you to have judgment in your favor. I want things to move along. And you know what? This death is done. The bottom of the deck is done. I want you to have everything in your favor. So this is good news. I'm very happy. It's kind of magical, actually. Whatever the preoccupation with family that was going on, it's no longer there, which is to say, everything is aligned for your relationship to occur. I would really love to hear from you, Nora, again, to know that the love is there in your life and that it's abundant and happening, and that you feel fulfilled with this person that's in your life, whoever it is that you imagine. It's happening in the way that you love because you just so deserve it, you know. You say yes. Okay, Nora, I'm just so happy for you. And I'm so happy you came by. It was fortuitous that we crossed paths today because I'm just getting started with this, you know. I haven't done many broadcasts in the light of the tarot, but I've been working with the tarot for a lot of years. And I feel like things are now finally coming into place for everybody. So just to give you an overview, you got Saturn working with you to replace fear with love. 3 of Wands shows that you're moving on. You see these wands are establishing themselves and they're starting to grow. The 8 of Cups is pretty elusive in that you leave these 8 cups behind, but you see how this is aligned? I want to take this off just for a second so I can show you with more detail. You got this beautiful row of cups on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Let's get focus. Let's see if I can get a focus here. I'm going to shut the camera off and turn it back on. It seems like it's probably stressed out. But I'm still here. Don't go anywhere. There we go. So as you look at this 8 of Cups, you have a bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And on the top row, it's like you've got one missing right here where it should be 9. And because you have one missing here, it makes me think that this individual that's walking away, which is you, has something of extreme value that you're taking with you, and you're collaborating with the sun and the moon. And you're moving away. As you move away, the Knight of Swords says, no problem, I've got your back. Anything that is getting in your way, I'm going to blast through it. You don't have to worry. I got you. Judgment comes in and says, I told you I got you. You see how everything is happening and working in your favor now? You've got your job, you've got your stability, you've got your love on the way. I got the message. Nora, you haven't had good love in a while, right? You haven't. You haven't had good love in a while, and justice comes through and says, those days are over. Those days are over. You're about to have something that you deserve that's going to have longevity because you haven't experienced it, and you're totally ready to give 100% of your love. Knight of Swords comes in and says, I have the will and determination. I just need a little more guidance. And the 9 of Pentacles says, I got the guidance. Look at this. You see this bird, this falcon landed on my arm? I'm trained and ready to go to show you where things need to be. Then you have full abundance. This is like the big homecoming. You have complete wish fulfillment. This actually represents the tree of life in its entirety. If you're looking at the Sephirah, they're all here. And it's represented in the center of your reading, which is to say, nothing is going to get in your way. Nothing is going to interfere. Nothing is going to tell you that you cannot have what you deserve and wish. Family was getting in the way. This was the only one that did not get any love tonight, which it deserves love. Family deserves love. However, it's not getting your gold. Family has been interfering, telling you that you're not deserving of these things. Sometimes you have to ignore that because it represents phantoms of your past, Nora. What comes in here is the Ace of Cups, which says, now you have your romantic fulfillment. It's here. And no one and nothing, no force can interfere. It's yours. It's yours so much that one of these magnets actually went to it. It just jumped over to the Ace of Cups and said, it's yours. Nora says, last year was pretty tough. I'm 20. I've always wanted a healthy, stable relationship, but I've always been bettering myself after someone used me. I've let it go, though. I really went through the emotions. Thank you. Well, Nora, I believe you. And we are mirror reflections of one another. And I'm telling you right now, you are deserving of the most fulfilling love in your life right now. And those situations that happened to you, they are the past. Let them go. The way you let them go, I'm going to tell you the secret. I'm going to give you my face for this, you know. The way to letting go of that which no longer serves you is to offer those people love. Every single person that was in your life that may have caused you harm, may have been difficult to deal with, I want you to offer them love as if they are your own reflection in the mirror. And by doing that, you will free up all of the energy that you need in order to make your life totally happy, fulfilled, totally ready to receive this beautiful love that is totally waiting for you right now. I'm saying totally all the time because it's totally fulfilled. Bring you back down to this card so you can take a look at the ace. And here's where the magic happens. This is for you, Nora, because you know what? You're a believer. You came here today and you decided that you were going to make this for you. You say thank you. I say thank you. You're welcome, Nora. You're welcome. I thank you. I thank you for being here and having faith and sticking with me and being here. Let's see where all of this lands, okay? So you know you've got your wish fulfillment with love. Now let's take a look and see where all the magnets move. Okay, we got judgment working in your favor. Number 1. Let's put the rest in a position of movement. This is the stuff that I like to have fun with. I'm one of these guys that just kind of likes to see magic happen, you know? So let's see a little magic happen right now. You ready? Here's the magic, Nora. This is just for you. I'm seeing a buffer. You know, something's going on with the internet. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but it's okay. Ooh, it came in right here. All right, Nora. All of it going towards your love with the Ace of Cups. I'm so happy for you. I hope that this has served you tonight. I hope that this has brought you some hope and some wish fulfillment. Please forgive me for the dropped frames. It's not something I was intending. I tried my best to make this happen, and I'm hoping that next time it's a little more clear. Something's going on with the internet here, and it's all for a reason, but my hope is that the voice was heard about all this. Anyway, thank you for watching and for being a part of this. I'm going to let all the frames get caught up. So while that's happening, I'm going to just sit here so that you can take a look at the cards. If you have any questions and you want additional feedback, I'll clear the deck here, and I'm going to clear all of this. And if you have an additional question, I'll be sure to answer it for you. But I'm going to wait until all of these frames get caught up so I don't end this transmission before you listen to my voice and hear the things that are most important. There's just a little bit of a lag going on, you know. So please do tell me if you have additional questions. And I'm here on standby waiting to hear from you. And in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my brewski, my little beer. Tell me if there's anything in question. It looks like my internet's completely dead now. Completely dead. And now it's back. We got 10,000 kilobytes per second. whereas it was dead before. I have no idea how to explain this. No idea. So I'm still on standby here to serve you, Nora. I wish I had more control over the internet. I do have control over the internet. I'm going to say to myself, I'm imagining everything getting better so I can see a green light and no more drop frames. I've had 50,000 drop frames, about 20% of my actual broadcast lost, which saddens me. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It could be that there's a lot of people that live in this house, so it could be a lot of people using the internet all at once, which makes it challenging to be able to give you a reading, you know. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be able to figure out a solution to this eventually and give you something that's of service to you without any sort of drop frames. But if you're getting this message now, I hope that you're still hanging on. And if there's anything that you need, please ask me now and I'll be sure to give you answers. If not, I'm going to end the broadcast.